Hello YouTube, it's been a while since I've made a video. The last video I uploaded I made a long time ago, and even then it's been a while since I've uploaded that video. So I'm back. The reason it's been so long is I've been moving, in the process of moving, and now I have a new bookshelf that looks much better, and I think you guys are going to enjoy looking at this bookshelf while I review books and all that good stuff. It's much better than the other bookshelf I have. Well, I did like the look of that shelf. This one is just more full, and you can see all my books, and it just looks better. And also, I have a typewriter, so that's cool. I'm going to be talking about my new shelf, telling you where I got it, and all that. So stick around. I'm glad to be back. And yeah, thanks for being here. So this shelf is from IKEA. It's called the Calyx or something. It's a 4x4 cubes. There's 4 cubes by 4 cubes. It's also available in a 2x4 cubes. I was going to get 2 of those, but instead I just got one big one. And it looks a lot better than I think 2 separate ones would have looked. So that's the shelf. It's the brown/black coloration. And yeah, I'm just going to kind of take a tour of it. It is pretty filled. So, I was surprised. I didn't think it would get as filled as quickly, but it looks good. So let's take a look at what I have so far. Alright, let's start with this shelf here. As you can see, this is my sort of historical fiction shelf plus my book. So yeah. So this is my book, The Cards That Are Dealt. It's about a secret gambling club in a high school. I have a couple copies here, but yeah, there's the back cover if you want to pause and read it. Not talking about this today, but you should definitely go check it out if you can. The link will be in the description. Anyway, other than that, I have all my Amor Tolls books here. Got The Lincoln Highway, A Gentleman in Moscow, A Gentleman in Moscow soft cover, and then Rules of Civility. I don't know why I have it in that order. It's kind of out of the order. I guess it's in order from right to left, but whatever. Then there's my book, of course, again. Then there's A Burning by Megha Majumdar. That one was very good. I enjoyed that one a lot. It's not really historical fiction, but I put it on this shelf anyway just because it just kind of looks good there, I think. Then there's Things We Lost to Water, which is, I believe, a historical fiction. So that one was good. And then, coming over, this is going to be a little disorganized, but it makes sense in my head. So, over here is the science fiction shelf. We got Project Hail Mary, Dark Matter. We got the Murderbot series. Not the whole series, but the ones I have. The Giver, Lost Causes of Bleak Creek by Rhett and Link. Shout out to them. Yeah, I'm enjoying it so far. Not done with it yet. Then we got a bunch of Star Wars books, Darth Plagueis and the Thrawn trilogy. Haven't read those 2 yet, but I will get to them eventually. Then we got Jurassic Park and Pet Sematary for whatever. I don't have a horror shelf, so I just put it there. Then moving down, we have Fantasy Shelf Part 1. It is kind of, there we go. So we got Joe Abercrombie's The First Law trilogy right there, and then the majority of the main Tolkien Middle-earth books. Got Silmarillion, The Hobbit, and the Lord of the Rings trilogy with a candle as a book stopper or whatever you call it. Moving on over, we got Historical Fiction Part 2. This is actually the real historical fiction shelf, because the other one doesn't have that much historical fiction. It's more like my book plus historical fiction. But this one really is historical fiction. So we got This Tender Land, William Kent Kruger, Lightning Strike, William Kent Kruger, The Kite Runner by Khaled Hosseini, What Strange Paradise by Omar El-Akkad. That one's good. These two have similar kind of themes. They're both about immigrants coming from the Middle East. This one's about one coming from Afghanistan. I think the immigrants in this book are coming from I can't remember. I don't want to get it wrong, but I like this one better as a immigrant story from the Middle East. I think it's done better. Anyway, Then we have a Finnish book, not in Finnish, but it's by a Finnish author, Unknown Soldiers, Vino Lina, I don't know if that's how you say it, The Tattooish of Auschwitz by Heather Morse, which of course is based on a true story, although it is dramatized. Unbroken, which is a, I don't know if it's technically biography, but it's kind of a biography style book. It's not a novel by any means. Then we have the posthumous memoirs of Bras Kubas. This one, haven't read it yet, was recommended by Murphy Napier. She said it was really good, so I got it. And I liked what she said about it. Next, we have To Kill a Mockingbird and Go Set a Watchman. I read this one in high school, but yeah, it was good. Haven't read that one. These are both my mom's books, actually, to be honest. Then we got The Secret Garden, which isn't technically historical fiction, but it's kind of an older book, I think. It's technically just a children's book, but I don't know. A Man Called Ove, definitely not even close to a historical fiction. I just thought it kind of fit the vibe of this shelf, sort of. Like, it just kind of, this book's, the crowd it should be in, I guess. Then we have What's Inside April, which is an indie book that I haven't read yet, and I feel bad for not reading it, but I'm going to read it eventually. It sounded interesting. Alright, where should I go next? Let's go to Fantasy Part 2. So this is Fantasy Part 2 shelf. As you can see, it's not completely filled out yet because I don't have more fantasy books to put up here yet. But I will eventually as I get more Terry Pratchett books. Terry Pratchett books. But we got Small Gods by Terry Pratchett. Then we got the Gentleman Bastard series. So yeah. Then we have another edition of the Silmarillion. Because why not, right? Okay, let's just move down. This is the Monster shelf. This is Monster by Naoki Urasawa. I said that wrong in the video, but whatever. In the other video, but might have not have, whatever. But this is a manga. This is just, I really love this manga. That's why it gets its whole own shelf. I definitely think it deserves to be displayed. Yeah, that's that shelf. Coming on over here, this is like the mystery / thriller shelf, I guess, / random bookshelf. We got Agatha Christie's And Then There Were None, Agatha Christie, The Murder of Roger Ackroyd, Hidden Bodies, Along Came a Spider by James Patterson. My first and last James Patterson book, because I don't know, wasn't as good as I thought it would be for the best-selling author in the U.S., I guess. It just wasn't what I thought it was. I think I just was too young for it. The characters were just quite a bit older than me, and I just couldn't relate to them. Anyway, this isn't I'm going to review every book on my shelf, so let's keep going. Got Nothing to See Here. I guess these are all my Book of the Month books. Not all of them, but most of them. Nothing to See Here, No Exit, Little Fires Everywhere, and The Holdout. Don't know if I'm going to actually ever read these two. I got a lot of other books I want to read, but these two were decent. Alright, moving down. This is my aquarium shelf, so I do have a reef aquarium that I have. And I actually write about reef aquariums for a job. So yeah, this is all my books about it. I haven't read all of them. I've only not even read one of them yet. I just got them recently. So, yeah, I'm excited to read all these. I think they look cool. You know, my nonfiction side of things, sciencey shelf, I guess. So, yeah, I think it looks good. Moving on down. This shelf is pretty sad. This is my self-help shelf, I guess you could call it, because I have How to Win Friends and Influence People, The Finnish Way, The Power of Habit. Whoops. Yeah, I haven't read The Power of Habit, but I've read these two, and I greatly enjoy both of them. Then those are just a couple journals I felt they fit on the self-help shelf. Then here's the rest of my manga. So we got Attack on Titan 1 through 4. Then we skip to 32. Then 34. I had 32, 33, and 34, but 33 is messed up, and I didn't really bother getting a new one, so I just returned it. We got Uzumaki, which is technically the manga that I'm reading currently. So yeah, it's very terrifying. So I'm often not in the mood for it. Then we have Planet Tess, which I haven't even started yet, and I won't till I finish this one, and this one actually. And then we have Black Butler, which was actually a secret, what do you call it? A blind date with a manga from Barnes & Noble. So yeah, that's the whole shelf. I guess I'll show you what's up here. We just have a typewriter, a Royal typewriter. It's kind of dirty on camera. I feel I should have cleaned it, but yeah, it's kind of cool. I don't use it. It's just kind of a prop, I guess, and just add some character to my bookshelf. So yeah, that's the shelf. I hope you enjoyed watching this video. Be sure to subscribe for future videos so you can see my reviews in front of this shelf, and leave a like if you enjoyed this video, if you like this shelf, and if you don't like it, you should also leave a like, because come on, just help me out, right? Thanks for watching. I'll see you guys next time.